Legendary time, legend gang. It is Tayu Simone, and I am back with another daily video. So today is January 24th, 2023. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. I missed you. So this channel is to uplift and inspire my legends through intuition and tarot. So if you're interested in that, please make sure to like the video, make sure you follow, and all of that jazz. Okay? So, announcements. Twerk and work this Thursday. What's today? Tuesday. Twerk and work this Thursday, so in 2 days. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure when the full moon is, but we have a full moon live coming up. What's up, Yanni Legendary Time? Welcome to the live. And then my last announcement is Patreon, as always. So if you have not already, make sure you check out Patreon. If you have, thank you and shout out to you. What's up, Mary Leah, Legendary Time girl? Welcome to the live. So today I want to keep it kind of short, but then not really, because I feel like this topic is something I really kind of want to talk about because it's been on my mind. Today I want to talk about focus. Okay, I feel like focus is true power, especially like when you intend something and you focus on it, like truly laser focus on that thing. I feel like that's how magic happens. So I'm wondering what y'all think. Like, what do you think about focus? What does focus mean to you? Like, what have you been focusing on? What have you been, like, giving your attention to? Because they say where attention goes, energy flows. So whatever you are focusing on or whatever you're paying attention to, that's where your energy is going. So if your energy is going somewhere where it's not really benefiting you, then that's what I like to call like an energy leak or an energy drain, specifically, because it's literally draining you of your energy, as opposed to something that will fuel you or propel you or be what you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to talk about focus today, and I want to know what y'all think about focus, because I feel like we got to focus, y'all. Like, I feel like there's a lot that we need to focus on, but I also feel like we can't focus on all of these things at one time. I think that a lot of people like to pride themselves on being multitaskers, but I feel like multitasking truly is very detrimental. I don't feel like it's as spectacular as people want to make it out to be. And I say that because, again, where your attention goes, your energy flows. So if your attention is flowing, and let's say you're doing 3 different things in 3 different directions, then it's being scattered. Like the energy is scattered, as opposed to the energy being focused, direct, and like intense, like I don't know, it's just I do know words. But y'all know what I'm saying, right? I'm gonna wait for some words to come to me. I'm gonna sit down though, because it's getting kind of hot. Let me have a seat. Let me see. Oh damn, y'all typing. Yanni says legendary rising, legendary time girl. What's up? Yanni says focus results in miracles, whether they be good or bad. My focus has been resulting in great miracles personally. Nice, very nice. Focus is manifestation and actualization. I agree. Marilia says, I've been focusing on calling all my energy back. I feel that. So me, what have I been focusing on? I've been focusing on completing tasks, because I had a very bad habit of starting things and not finishing them or not following through. So my focus has been on following through and finishing, even if it's not exactly what I thought it would be or as perfect as I would like it to be. I am working through not allowing, how do I want to word it? I'm working through basically fucking finishing. Okay, I don't know what I'd be afraid of or what I was afraid of in finishing. And sometimes I feel like it's the fear of success. Sometimes I felt like, for me personally, it was the fear of failure, fear of success, fear of like ridicule, or like what do you call it, like judgment, like fear of those things. And now I'm kind of getting to a point where, oh my God, is that a booger? But now I'm getting to a point where I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to finish. I have to complete this, whatever it is, and just deal with whatever those consequences are. Like, I've started it. I had an intention when I started it, and I need to see that intention all the way through. And I feel like that's part of focus too, is intention. Like, seeing that intention all the way through, like all the way through the ups and the downs and all the stagnant periods, being focused to get through whatever it is all the way through. Let me see. Gani says, focus and scattered are opposites. I feel like if you are focused, that means your attention is on one main thing. And I agree. I feel like that is the best way to operate, is to truly have your attention on one thing at a time. Like, be aware of other things. I'm not saying completely block everything out, but that's kind of what happens when you're truly in a focus, or like when you're in a zone. People like to call it the zone. Like, what was that movie? Soul did a really amazing depiction of what it looks like, or what it can seem like to be in the zone. Like, when you're around other people and you're in your zone, and what that looks like you're literally in a whole different world. You're in a whole different place. Your focus is so precise on the thing that you're doing that, like, everything else gets drained out. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Garcia? Girl, legendary time. Welcome to the live, Shani. Marilia says, oh my God, same. I've been working through finishing things I've started. Girl, look, y'all, don't get me started on that, because, matter of fact, get me started so I can finish it. But yeah, Garcia, since you just hopping in, girl, we're talking about focus today. What does focus mean to you? What are you focusing on? I feel like, what do I want to say about focus? Butterfly. That's what I want to say about focus. And I feel like that's definitely something I want to touch on, okay? Not exactly the butterfly, but more so the distractions that come with focus. Because I feel like when you intend to do something and you start on doing it, or you start working towards this thing, whatever the thing is, distractions come up. And distractions come in so many different forms. Distractions come real sexy. You know, sometimes something real sexy cross your path and you're like, ooh, good God. Sometimes it's a plate of food and you're like, your stomach starts grumbling and you're like, this food will be amazing right now, and let me eat it. And then you get lethargic and you go to sleep and you don't finish what you started, or you can't focus anymore because you're hungry, or you're too full, or whatever the case may be. Distractions come in so many different forms. Literally, if you really want to keep it a stack, if your intention is to do something, everything else that's not that thing is technically a distraction. If you truly want to keep it a stack, it could be your mom, it could be your spouse, it could be your friends, it could be your job, it could be literally anything else that deters or takes away your attention from the thing that you intended to do is a distraction. And we have to be very mindful of distractions. Like, sometimes we can have good distractions, or sometimes some distractions can be helpful, but a lot of times, I'm gonna say 9.5 times out of 10, it's detrimental. 9.5 times out of 10, it again takes away your focus. And once it takes away your focus, your energy becomes scattered. And it's like you can't execute at the level you could execute on, as quickly as you could execute, as efficiently as you can execute when your energy is scattered. Because your mind is all over the place instead of being in the one place to get something, to see something through to the end, we'll say. Garcia says, oh no! Garcia says she's stuck. She's focusing on enjoying the hood and not letting the negative thoughts destroy. Oh, the good. I was like, girl, focusing on enjoying the hood. Okay, she's focusing on enjoying the good and not letting negative thoughts destroy it. Ooh, I feel that too. I feel like negative thoughts are a very, very good example of a distraction. Those are, a matter of fact, those are the most common forms of distraction, is negative thoughts, because a lot of times it don't even be people outside of ourselves that will distract us, because you could be in like a room by yourself or something, and then you're trying to do something. Hey, you're trying to do something, you're trying to work on something, and then you start self-sabotaging yourself with your thoughts and your actions, and like not believing in yourself, and then that kind of plays out or plays into your focus where you again get distracted. I'm not gonna lie, low-key just got distracted. Those my landlords. I gotta pay some shit. I was like, oh, they about to run me over. And that is a self-sabotaging thought. You know what I'm saying? That's a distraction from what I'm literally saying as we speak. But what's up, Asteria? Legendary time, girl. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. So today we are talking about focus. What is focus to you? What does focus mean? What are you focusing on? What is getting your time and your attention? Because again, where your attention goes, your energy flows. So we need to start making sure that we are very mindful of what we are focusing on. If it's something, you already know how I feel about this. If it's something you don't want, it don't require your focus. It don't require your time. It don't require your energy. And if it's something, so distracting that you can't think of or focus on anything else, then you have to start training yourself in transmuting energy or changing the energy. So for example, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I literally just said I just got triggered. Okay, I don't know if y'all just saw me wave, but I waved to like my landlords, right? There's something that I need to pay that I haven't paid yet. So if I can keep it a stack, the negative thoughts or the anxiety in me or whatever you want to call it, we'll call it the distraction. The distraction in me is like, oh, you don't have it. Oh, you won't have it. Oh, how are you going to get it? Oh, it's not going to happen, or blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? All that shit's kind of going on in the back of my mind. And then it makes me want to avoid certain people, places, and things. But then the other part of me is like, I don't have to avoid anything. I have more than enough. I have it. It's already done. It's already done. You know what I'm saying? Not only is it already done, I have more than enough. Matter of fact, here's a tip. Okay, here's a tip. You know what I'm saying? And it's like having to actively train your brain to like, part of me, when I saw them kind of coming, part of me was like, let's just go back in the house to avoid the situation. But instead of that, no, let me focus on the actual outcome that I want. I want a good relationship with them. Hey, how you doing? Sorry, I'm a little bit live. I'm a little bit, busy right now. But hey, how you doing? What's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like transmuting that energy and telling myself that not only can I do it, it's already done. You know what I'm saying? And then focusing, I am actively focusing on it already being done. You see what I'm saying? So that, again, where my attention goes, my energy flows. So if my attention is on the fact that I don't have it, that's where my energy is going to flow to a point where I don't have, and creating situations where I don't have, as opposed to situations where I do have. And not only do I have, I can be out in the forefront and like comfortable because I have and I am, Garcia says, crazy story. I've been being good and waiting for the good, and this one guy appeared in my life, and I'm like, this is too good to be true. So I'm like, let me not welcome it. But then again, ooh, I kind of feel that, Garcia. I kind of feel that, and I'm gonna touch on that. What's up, Connie MJ? Legendary time. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Okay, Garcia continues. I feel like it's self-sabotage. So I'm like, YOLO, let me not just shut down and try to get to know new people. Because it's like I've been doing great. So I've expected good, but I'm scared, basically. I feel that 100%. 100%. Like I was literally just talking to Yanni about that. Like not to give out too many details, but y'all kind of know my life, but not too much. Basically same. Like I'm personally in the same kind of situation where I'm triggered by new people, or I have been triggered by new people. Like example situation I just told y'all about, and then like even in my friendships and stuff, and it's like I'm triggered, but then the other part of me is like, I don't want to be scared. Like I actually want these relationships. I actually want to engage, but I can't, again, allow my focus to go on the parts that I'm scared of. Like I can't focus on my fear. The same way I'm gonna recommend to you, as much as possible. It's easier said than done. We have to actually train ourselves to not focus on the things that we don't want. Like, I feel like a lot of us are kind of conditioned to do that because that's what we've seen, and that's what the average person does. Like, I don't know why it's easier for us to focus on the negative. Like, I don't know why it's easier for us to create a negative situation for ourselves than to create something more positive. But I feel like that's a skill. It's a skill that we all have to exercise. You know what I'm saying? That we all have to literally work on. Like, to step one is to notice that you're having negative thoughts. So a lot of us have already done that. Well, we've noticed the thing that is not working, and it's like, okay, well, now that I know that that thing is not working, and I know that the more I focus on it, the more it's gonna not work. Let me challenge myself to think something different. Let me challenge myself to see something different. Let me challenge myself to believe something different. And then it's going to feel like, what's that story? Peter Pan. I think it's Peter Pan. The one where he was like, you basically got to believe that you could fly to fly. I think that's how it go. I don't know Peter Pan like that. But I think, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But don't you have to believe that you could do it so that you could do it? Right? So it's like we have to believe in our focus, but first of all, believe that we can focus on something else, and then believe that the new thing that we focus on will come true, or will come to pass, or will pretty much happen. You know what I'm saying? Wisteria says yes, pretty much. Thank you, because all I remember is Wendy, and she was looking ridiculous to me. Peter Pan. But that's a different story. The thing though is focus. So that's pretty much what I want to say about focus right now. Like, I feel like I want to think about it more, because I would really like to have more in-depth conversations with us. You know, I don't know how personal y'all be wanting to get, but I don't mind getting personal. I really don't. But yeah. Wisteria says they needed fairy dust and a happy thought too. Wow. Not a happy thought. That pretty much proves the point. The fairy dust feels like a tool to me. I don't know about the fairy dust, but the happy thought is kind of confirmation for me, where it's like you have to believe, you have to think that you could do it. You have to think that you can not be distracted, pretty much, or that I'm not gonna say not be distracted, because distractions, I feel like, are inevitable. I feel like as long as you on earth, or as long as you live in, just period, like, there are gonna be distractions, because life is not just gonna stop just because you don't want to be distracted. Like, I'm not gonna say we not Beyonce, but even Beyonce, not the Beyonce she thinks she is, when she was like, world stop, carry on. Who know that song? Pretty on Bleak. But that's a different story. But you know what I'm saying? So the world's not going to stop so that you can not be distracted and do what you need to do, or think what you need to think. And even if it did, your mind will never stop. So you have to train your mind to think more positive thoughts. You have to train yourself to believe more positive things, for not only you, but for the people around you. You know what I'm saying? Because matter of fact, that's another thing I want to touch on. As just a super side note, y'all. Super side note. I was saying to Yanni, I was just talking to Yanni, and I was like, sometimes I feel like I have to get myself out of people's energy fields when I stop believing in them. And you can stop believing in people for whatever reason, right? What's up, Big Dream 777? Legendary Time. Welcome to the live. You can stop believing in people for whatever reason. Like, they could let you down, they could lie to you, they could leave you, they could do whatever the fuck, right? But if you are still in somebody's energy field, or vice versa, if somebody is still in your energy field and they don't believe in you, then that's affecting you. That's affecting you. That energy is affecting you in the same way you would be affecting them, because now it's like you can't think anything else except for, I don't believe in this person. So that's the energy that you're putting into them. And we got to be very, 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 very careful of the company we keep when we do that. And we have to be mindful of when we're doing that to other people, because it's like, you could want the best for somebody, like you could want the best, but if you keep thinking and believing that it's not going to happen, and they're thinking and believing with all their might that it will, and you next to them and you're the closest thing to them, and you don't believe in them, that affects them the same way it affects you. Dez! What's up? Legendary Time! Welcome to the live. What, you got a new name, Big Dream? What's up, Magic Legendary Time? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So for everybody hopping in, we're talking about focus today. What does focus mean to you? What are you focused on? Like, again, wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. So if you are focusing on positive things gonna happen. If you're not, then you already know what's up. So like I was saying, be careful of the company you keep. Be careful of the company you keep. Be careful of who you talk to. Be careful. Like, just be careful. Just be careful. I'm not even gonna say be careful, because I don't really like the word careful. I don't really like the word caution. It make me want to go hard. It made me want to, like, y'all know how you see the do not slip sign, like in the stores and shit. It made me want to, like, knock that shit down. But that's a different story. I don't know where that comes from. Shadow, relax. But yeah, like, where your energy goes, your attention flows. Be mindful of the people that are in your energy field. Be mindful of distractions. Distractions are everywhere. Again, we all not Beyonce, and even Beyonce not Beyonce, because when she say world stop, the world is still going. Okay, like, carry on. So there's that. Be mindful. I will almost bust my ass. Did y'all see that? Oh my god. But yeah. Des says, yes, I've been missing our messages. Des, I've been missing you, nigga. Where you been? Where you been? Speaking of people I've been missing, y'all, shout out Anna too. I just heard from Anna. I don't know if y'all remember. Okay, what's her username? Humblebee. I don't know if y'all remember Humblebee, but I don't remember what live it was, but we had like a new moon or full moon live, right? Some time ago. It was like some months ago. And matter of fact, drop some fire if you was in that live with Humblebee, and she pulled like a travel card. I forgot what card it was, but it was like a girl dancing in the desert, right? Tell me why. I heard from her like an hour ago. I just heard from her, and she, not only has she been traveling, like, we all pretty much spoke this into her life, where she would be traveling and she would be studying. Tell me why the last few months she's been traveling and studying all over the world, and I'm just so, that shit almost made me cry. Like, I'm so, first of all, I was really happy to hear from her, because I sent her a message like last month or 2 months ago, and I didn't get no response. But she was saying that she has to be mindful of her data, because, you know, she's all over the world. Y'all know international costs be like, what the fuck, okay? Because Verizon hit me with an $1,800 bill the last time I came to Jamaica, so I was like, new service. Because nah. But yeah, she's been traveling, y'all, and I'm super proud of her. I'm super happy to hear from her. Des, I'm super happy to hear from you. We need to talk, okay? Welcome back. It's good to have you. But yeah, what have y'all been focusing on, okay? Because apparently it's some big things going on. But yeah, that kind of blew me away, because it was dead ass on that card. Like, now I'm gonna have to find that live. I don't remember which one it was, but I just remember she had held up that card, and it was a woman dancing in the desert, and she just sent me pictures of her in the desert, and I was like, bruh, wow. Wow, look at how focus work. Look at that, like, bro. Yes. So that's pretty much what I have to say on focus. I don't think if something else hit me, But if anybody else wants to join me, we got a little bit of time. We can chit chat a little bit. If anybody else wants to join me and share what you think about focus, what are you focusing on? Is there anything that we could do to help support you and your focus? Like, what's up? Tell me wagwan. Okay, Marilia says yes. Everybody say hey, Des. That's great. Oh, letting your angels guide you. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead. I've been working on getting a little... Oh, cheese. I was like, what is that? But okay, bro, I feel you though. I'm not even gonna lie. Magic says, I've been focusing on me. Oh, I want to join. Oh, absolutely. Send me a request. Yanni says, I've been focusing on all my dreams coming true. It has been slowly but surely all happening miraculously. Yes. Agreed and same. So yeah. Okay, here we go. Magic with the request. how she's feeling, what she's doing, what she's focusing on, what she want to share today. What she want to share. Ah,
Hello.
hey Magic.
Hi.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, but I was like, maybe I should just come on and see like what advice or I don't know, get lifted. Even though I'm feeling good. I'm
Oh
feeling
girl,
good
the,
though.
the pressure. Okay, what's up?
I'm just like, it's not like I need advice. When you're just like, who wants to come on? I was like, why not? So what am I working on? Let me put my filter on. No, that's too much. So I've been working on decks and being in my feminine energy for like the first time. Like I'm in my feminine energy. Like it's so funny because I was naturally always in my feminine energy. And then when I got into my past marriage, my ex would try to force me to be in my masculine. So now I'm like, yeah. So now I'm fully unlearning that and I'm like moving into myself, which is like, I'm a goddess. But then there's moments where I'm like, oh, I should be working. Like, so I'm like,
I feel that. I feel that.
yeah.
I'm going through that 100%, and I was literally just talking to Yanni about that too, because I was like, bro, I feel like for me it kind of stemmed from trauma. I guess from both situations, it's a trauma like situation where I grew up with my mom, like she was a single mom, and it was like I saw her always have to do everything by herself. So I kind of internalized that. I didn't realize that I did, and it started playing out in my relationship. So I was like, okay, well, I see that this is not working because I was, a breadwinner, we'll say, because I'm not about to go broke or hungry. Like, no. So there's that. But then there's a really delicate balance to that, especially when you're a female with a male. Like there's is this a certain level of balance? Because it's a lot of ego kind of like happening on both, where men start to feel emasculated when their woman makes more money than they do, or they're not providing in the way that they feel like they need to. And then that goes both ways, because I'm learning that naturally women step into their feminine power when they feel secure in that area, when you don't have to be masculine, you don't have to provide, you don't have to get up and work, you don't have to do the most, you can take care of yourself. Like, it's very feminine to take care of self and others. Like, that's feminine energy, male or female, because it can really go either way. But like, since we're talking about energy, okay, like feminine energy is to nurture. So whenever you're in a position where you can't nurture yourself or other people, then yes, you are operating in your masculine energy. Whenever, like, literally anytime you work, that's masculine. Anytime you provide anything, that's masculine. You don't have to be a male to do it, but like, that's masculine energy. The same way, like, male or female, if you are nurturing something, if you're taking care of something, that's you operating in your feminine energy. And there's a delicate balance between all of that, like to find that balance for you and whoever you're dealing with. I am learning. For me, I had a lot of masculine energy. I didn't even realize I was whew, I didn't realize I didn't realize, you know what I'm saying, until I did. And then I was like, oh, let me soften up, let me be more feminine, let me do my edges or something, let me, I don't know, paint my toenails. like, and then I feel like a lot of times, though, for me personally, this may not apply for everybody, but I feel like a lot of women aren't really taught to be feminine. I don't feel like a lot of us are taught to be feminine. Maybe where I come from, women weren't taught to be feminine, because again, I grew up in a place where there were a lot of single moms, like a lot of women doing everything. I didn't really get to see a lot of like masculine energy in my life. Like, I'm not gonna say energy, I'll take that back, because literally I've been operating in masculine energy. So I would say I haven't seen a lot of feminine energy to learn from females, or feminine energy, how to nurture, how to take care of something, how to, like, love it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I don't think I have advice for that, because honestly that's something I'm working through myself, like, as we speak, where I am learning to be more feminine. I'm learning to be more nurturing, more kind, more You know, I'm one of those people, like, if you ask me for advice, it's gonna be cutthroat almost, like, especially if I know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be cutthroat, direct to the point, no no fluff about it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm learning to be more kind to other people, to be more mindful of my words, how I say. Be like, to me specifically, they're like, well, it's not what you said, how you said it. And I'm like, oh, well, what did you get? You know, and it's like, I don't know. So I don't think I can really give advice on that, because again, that's something I'm actively learning. So as you actively learn, I feel like that's something we can kind of share together, because I would be open to learning more about that, or knowing more about that, because girl, girl.
I think I'm very used to getting things. I think I'm in the process of fully deconditioning, because like for me, I'm very much so like my ideas around like how my life is to be is like I'm going to be like stay at home, the man works, and like I have a very like I am to be in my feminine. But then I moved up to New York and now I'm in New Jersey, and I feel like a lot of that idea, that traditional idea of like I'm a woman, like open the door for me, you're going to pay for the dates. Like a lot of the men around here are like almost saying that that's backwards. So a bit of me felt like I had to shift into being like, oh, well, actually, I'm not in Florida anymore. Maybe I need to change myself because that's where the world is going. Maybe I was finding myself going against myself because I was like, oh, maybe I need to be up with the times. It was horrible. So I was like, I know that I'm full, like, straight monogamous. But then I was like, well, all these people are poly. Maybe I should just be like, try to contort myself to be fine with this, or I should be fine with him not opening the door because I'm in New Jersey now. Like, so now I'm like moving to be like what the fuck? And like, just that's where I am. Like, I've been doing a lot of things being more masculine because I thought like I saw everyone else doing it and I was like, oh, maybe you need to be more open and tolerant. And so that's where I was like, I kind of went overboard,
Yeah.
if that makes sense, in trying to be like, I am accepting and evolving. But it was a devolution for sure.
Yeah, no. I'm never gonna recommend to change for you is one thing. Like, if you see something within yourself where you're like, okay, well, this isn't working for me, then that's something to change. But like, if it's something outside of yourself, especially if it's for the world, you know what I'm saying? Because what the fuck is the world, for real, at the end of the day? Like, for real, like, nobody knows. Like, that's kind of a group think kind of thing. And a lot of times group think isn't even all of those people's thoughts. Like, a lot of people will group think things that they don't even agree on or care about, you know, and it's just because they're going with the crowd. But then it's like, who started that crowd? Who initiated that crowd? Because that's the true thought leader or thought master or ring leader. Look at it, and that's their ideal that everybody else just kind of jumped onto, whether they agreed with it or not. So it's like, be in the world, not of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever works for you in your world is what you need to change or consider changing, especially if it's something that works for you. You know, but like, outside of you, for somebody else, unless that somebody else has committed to you and is reciprocating
Yeah.
that energy, then no, you don't need to change a damn thing. Like, to me, period. Just period.
Yeah, I agree.
Life is supposed to be for our growth and our evolution. We're supposed to really focus on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, everything outside of you is a mirror of you anyway. So it's like, you still learning from yourself, even if it's those people who are like, you know, well, I don't open doors for women. Okay, well, you're not the person for me. Just, I like my door to be open. I'm not gonna lie, I do the same thing. Like, we went out the other day and I just looked at the door. He looked at me, I looked at him, I looked at the door. He looked at me, we looked at the door, backed up a little bit. Maybe he needs more space. He needs some more space to open the door. And then it was like, okay, he clicked, like, oh, okay. But what's understood don't got to be explained all the time. But sometimes, yeah, you do got to explain. But if you explain how you feel or what you think or your ideal of something and somebody does not agree, y'all can either compromise or y'all can just agree to disagree. And then agree to disagree, that may require separation. It may not. But that just depends on the person and the situation and circumstance. But overall, if the change is not for you and your betterment, it's not a change that needs to be made by you.
Yes. I have one last question. Okay. So, because I'm like, oh, this is so good. Okay, there's a man that actually, on the full moon live, I had a vision of him while we were in the last full moon live. I was like, I'm going to meet this redhead at the gym that I work at. And I was like, okay, whatever. So then, like, literally within a couple of days, I'm at the gym. I knew it right when I saw him. Full body, yes. And then, I know. So then I see him again on the new moon. And we're like, he looks me in the eyes when he chats. And then I was like, I'm in my feminine. I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to, like, whatever. So I do nothing. I'm just my charming, beautiful self. And then I know he's going to the gym at 12. I purposely don't go to the gym at that time. And then I find out that he asked about me. He was like, where's Danielle? So it's like, it's working. But I know he's going to the gym today at 8. And I feel like my husband shouldn't miss me. But I also feel like if I go to the gym conveniently, like when I know he's going to be there, is that chasing? Or is that me being like, I don't feel like I'm chasing, but a bit of me is like, am I calculating? Should I not be calculating?
Calculating. And I got mixed emotions about calculating because calculating is masculine energy.
I know.
Like masculine energy, I'm not going to say males, but masculine energy thinks. You know what I'm saying? Feminine energy feels and just flows. So it's like if you actually did happen to go and you happen to see him, that's. But at the same time, I can't really say that because I also feel like women are very strategic, and that's part of why the best way I could put it in tarot is like high priestess energy. Like the high priestess comes before the hierophant and the emperor for a reason. The empress and the high priestess come before them for a reason, and it's because of that vision. Because like I feel like that you have the vision, like you said, like you saw him. You know what I'm saying? You know what you wanted. You like I'm not gonna say calculated, but you asked for what you wanted, and it's coming to you. So now it's up to you on how you want to proceed. At this point, to me, you get to have fun with writing the story.
Okay. Yeah.
No, like, because it's like you asked for what you wanted, you're getting it, and now you get to, how do you want your love story to look? Is how I'll say, is what I'll say, rather. And then it's like, just, at that point, continue to do what you've been doing. Like, hey, redhead, super sexy. Oh, you missed me? Oh, I had to do blah, 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 but, you know, yeah, and he's gonna be like, oh, well, when are you free? Free time? I'm busy, you know, but I'll consider making time. What do you have? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because first of all, we can't be open and available as a super side note for every female in the goddamn chat. Okay, you can't always be open and available for him because then he's not gonna respect your time. But that's a whole different story. I don't want to get into that right now. But to answer your question, I do feel like you're on the right track, and I do feel like either way, it's up to you at this point. Like, I would just say have fun with writing your story. Like, have fun with it because you know what's up. You already know him. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, or like his routine enough to be able to get to know him more and to have fun getting to know him more. You know? So that's how I feel about that.
Okay.
That really answers your question, but
it does. It does. I'm going to go because I feel like I'm going to go and be open to receiving his proposal.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's right there. The receiving. That's the word. He about to invite you. I'm telling you, he about to hit you with this. So, you know, when can would you like coffee? What you want to go out to eat? You like movies? Like at this point to me, he's probably trying to figure out how he can slide in.
Yeah. And I'm going to open the door for that.
Right. Don't have the door wide open.
Not too wide.
Like crack it or something. You know what I'm saying? You know.
A sliver.
So we know. Redhead, sir. Like, at this point, for real, have fun.
Thank you. I will. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Even though it'd be making me nervous sometimes when y'all ask me for advice, because I'd be like, who am I? Like,
Be tiny. Alrighty, I'm gonna go.
Let me see. Okay, thank you, Magic, for joining and sharing. I really appreciate it. Love you. Oh, Yanni. Okay. Yanni, want to join? We got some more time. Let me see. Oh, comments. A lot of people had joined, so shout out to everybody that joined. Let me see. Yanni in the building. What's up, Yanni? Legendary Time Girl. Welcome to the live.
What's good?
So what are your thoughts on focus on the topic, or what you want to share? Like, what's up? What's good? What's Gucci?
So I have a few thoughts on a few things. So focus in terms of what I've been focusing on. I've also been focusing on myself and the things that I want for my future, and balancing, like Magic was saying, like balancing the feminine and masculine energy in order to make that come into fruition.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like, and that's in all things in my life, in terms of what I want for my family, what I want for, my career, if you will, like what I want for myself personally, all that stuff.
Right.
It's like, because in the past, but in the past, I feel like I was trying to think of a term or something that could describe not being in feminine nor masculine energy, but kind of like nothing almost.
How would you
because
in that energy? Because personally, I feel like you're in one.
Yeah, I like, and I understand that, but I'm saying like with my
What's up?
My music journey, with a lot of things really. I know with my music journey, specifically like in high school and everything, like I was going hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, not non-binary, not God body. Okay, I'm seeing the suggestions. Saying God, Apache, what's up? But so I was thinking though, so at first, in high school, I was really into music, performing all the time. I was making music, singing with my friends, all that stuff, And then, like, as I got out of high school, like, it kind of, like, dwindled down, and I wasn't really doing anything. Like, I was kind of, like, almost lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't, like, because, like, home life wasn't good, and I wasn't really, I wasn't allowed to delve into my music.
On the Wi-Fi, it's like I can hear you, but it's like lagging. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. My signal seems pretty strong, but as long as you can hear me, I'm.
All right.
But yeah, so like, but it's like, home life, I wasn't really allowed to express myself musically except for the way my father wanted me to. Like, I was like controlled and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was trying to think of a term, kind of like almost like just a lost. I'm just gonna call it lost. But now I'm finally figuring out how to balance my feminine and masculine energy, so I'm not like chasing my dreams. I'm not chasing them. I'm attracting them. I'm attracting the opportunities that I want. But like, I create, and then I also go out and do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, currently, I'm at my busking spot. I'm in here, I'm saying, chilling with y'all right now. But, after this, I'm going to go out and continue playing my guitar and everything. I'm just balancing that. And even within, like, family and everything, like, how to balance that energy to make that work. Because, like, in the past, like, that shit kind of, I just wasn't my best self. I wasn't where I am right now. You know what I'm saying? So just working on myself to attract things to me, while also at the same time doing things too, because I feel like it's important to do both, to create and to do.
Feel that. What's up, Kenzo? Legendary Time.
Big Zo is
fresh, everybody. Our topic today was on focus and like, what are you focused on? What is focus to you? Because for those of you that don't know, where your attention goes, your energy flows. So like, if you focused on things that you want will happen. If you're not focused on things that you want, like things that you don't want or things that you don't give a fuck about, all that I don't give a fuck shit is going to come into your life. So just to keep it like super simple. But everybody has been kind of sharing, and since people have been sharing, we've kind of transitioned from speaking about focus to like our masculine and feminine energies and how we're using that to focus. Oh my God, wasp, respectfully, thank you. But yeah,
Yeah, and then something also that I've really focused on lately is what I have coming up in the next few weeks and such. Like I wrote down my plan, wrote down the prices, wrote down the steps, like in detail. I wrote it down and looked at it, and I like literally got it all done. And like it's crazy, y'all. Like really, when you're focused on something, really write about it, write your thoughts down about it, map it
right,
out, and then like imagine yourself there. You know, vision. What we talked about for the new
right,
moon. Like
right.
balance that masculine and feminine energy. Like the best way to make it work, the best way to make any of that energy work for you is to really balance it and use them both. And
Exactly.
like magic happens because like y'all, I'm not
We
gonna
all,
spoil anything right now, but y'all gonna see in like a week, y'all gonna be like, what the fuck?
yeah, yeah. For those
For
that
real.
don't know, we all do have masculine and feminine energy. I'm not sure where everybody is in their spiritual journey, but everybody has masculine and feminine energy. So whenever you are doing the work or you're planning or you're providing or you're like taking action on something is your masculine energy. Like masculine energy, male or female, is taking action. And then whenever you're nurturing or you're envisioning or you're attracting or you're receiving,
Creating.
that's feminine energy. Like that's you being in your feminine, but you need both in order to execute anything. You know what I'm saying? So first, step one is to have a vision. Step one is to have something to focus on. Because if you don't have shit to focus on, I guarantee somebody in this world is gonna give you something to focus on, and it's not gonna be what you want. It's gonna be what the fuck they want, and you're gonna be making their vision happen. Which is exactly why a lot of people be at jobs and stuff that they don't like. You don't have a vision for yourself. You don't have a vision for how you see your career. And if you do, like you're using that as a stepping stone. But for most people who aren't using their job as a stepping stone, that's when you see people who are at their job and they're not happy or they're tired or they're drained or they're like they don't give a fuck about the job, and it shows. That's they don't have a vision for that part of their life. So because of that, that's feminine energy. When you see, you have to be able to see yourself beyond or be able to see yourself somewhere else to be able to focus on that thing. Because if you're not focused on that, then you're either focused on where you are, which is where a lot of people kind of get stuck because they can't see themselves beyond where they are or beyond what's around, because they start to feel like that's just life and that's just what it is, and that's not true. You're able to create your own reality, period. I don't give a fuck if you wanted to be Peter Pan. Okay, you can be fucking Peter Pan. You can be Peter Pan, bitch. You just gotta believe. That's what he said. Like, you just gotta believe. But again, okay, so that's step one: feminine energy. Have a vision. For those of you that understand tarot, like in the major arcana respectfully shows what is known as the fool's journey, and it's the idea that everything in life or everything that you encounter has a beginning and an end, and then everything in between where it changes, it fluctuates, it goes up and down, and that's the fool's journey. But that's a whole different story. So in the beginning of the fool's journey, you have the fool, which is the new beginning, the taking a risk, the having this thought that something can be different, something can be new, I can change. Number one, the magician. I have everything I need to create my reality, which we all do. You may not feel like you have the money. You may not feel like you have the people. You may not feel like you have the resources. You very well may not. You could have $0 in your name. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you have vision, if you can see yourself beyond you having nothing, then you will have everything. Literally. So that's the magician. And then after the magician is the high priestess, which is what I want to talk about, which is the having vision and focusing on that. The high priestess is the third part, and that's that vision. Now that I know that I have everything that I need, what am I creating? What am I focused on? What the fuck kind of bug is that? I'm not gonna focus on it. But like, you know what I'm saying? So have your vision. After you have your vision, then you start to move into your masculine energy where you are action on that vision. Like, it's not enough just to dream. They say faith without works is dead. Like, you can have faith and believe all day long, but if you're not working towards that thing, if you're not taking any action towards that thing, it's not going to happen. You're just wishing, and that's what is that?
It's like the faith. It's like the faith is the feminine energy, and the works is the masculine.
Yes, I agree. And that's essentially what it is. So make sure, message today, focus. I think Instagram going to kind of start wrapping it up, because I think I started on time today, right? I think I did. Let me read some of these comments. Let me see. I highly recommend. Y'all don't already write. You're doing yourself a disservice, because writing is one of the best ways to turn a thought, like to take something from your head and to bring it into the 3D reality that we could see. And I hate to keep quoting the Bible, but I mean, they got some real good quotes in that junk. Like, write the vision, make it plain, so that all that hear it can run to it, or whatever the fuck. I don't know all the exact words, but it's something like that. Which is basically, when you do have a vision, your next step is, especially if it's something big, because you can't do everything on your own. So the more you realize that you need other people, or that like other people are here to assist you and not just tear you down, break you, lie to you, hurt you, steal from you. Like, y'all already know we done been through the shits. You already know we've been through the shits. We got to stop focusing on the shit that we've been through and focus on the things that we want to go through, or the things that we want to happen, the things that we want to experience, which is part of focus. So fast forward. Write the vision. When you write the vision, you have to make it plain. You have to make it so that anybody that sees what you want or what you do can see it. For example, Yanni's been saying, I'm going to the Grammys, I'm going to the Grammys, I'm going to the Grammys. That's a version of writing the vision and communicating it, or making it plain, so that anybody who hears it or sees it can see it too. Because what's happening is, when you communicate your vision, you're planting a seed in somebody else's mind. And when you plant a seed in somebody else's mind, that is very powerful, because that will grow. And then it's like, when you see it and they see it, and we can both see it, when two come together, I forgot what the fuck, how the fuck the saying goes, that one goes. But when two come together, basically that shit gets stronger. It gets amplified. Like, more people can see. More people are now contributing to your vision energetically. So now you're receiving energy energetically that is fueling you and your vision. But that's a whole different story.
Right.
At this time, set your intentions, have a focus. Like we talked about the new moon and on the 21st. So if you missed that live, check out Patreon. Check that out, because we already talked about it. Like, if you missed that, that's okay. But have vision for your life, and not just one part of your life. Like, I made the mistake in only focusing on money. Okay, so it's like, now I got money, but now my relationships are suffering, my friendships are suffering, or were suffering when we put it in the past. You know what I'm saying? So I highly recommend and encourage everybody to have vision for every part of your life. What do you want your friendships to look like? What do you want your finances to look like? What do you want your family life to look like? What do you want your sex life to look like? Like, what do you want your life to look like? Have vision for these things. Write these things down. Communicate these things. Like, focus on these things so that they can come to fruition. Let me see. Marilia says, that's amazing advice. Kurt says, no doubt. Marilia says, I'm in full energy. That 40 right now at 48 in its glory is about to blindly jump. On God. Magic says, oh my God, that bug. Distraction was perfect in showing that no matter what pops up, stay focused. No, on God, because it disappeared. I'm not freaked out. I'm not scared. I'm not nervous at all. But every time, welcome to the live. But yeah, so that's what I have for us today. Anything else?
Oh, me?
Yeah, did you want to close it out?
Just stay focused, everybody, because like distractions come in all forms. You know what I'm saying? You can decide whether they're good or bad. You know, and we face them every day. You know, mine recently came in the form of a coworker, and he tried to destroy my peace and try to destroy my day. But when you stay focused, you know the universe is on your side. Let me just tell you, the universe is on my side. It was on my side for that
Right.
situation.
The biggest flex is that whenever distractions like that come up, it's proving them wrong, and just, you know, doing what you said you was gonna do, doing what you was focused on anyway, and letting them know. It's like when you execute your focus, and then all the naysayers was distracting you. Like, they have no choice but to shut the fuck up respectfully, you know. So, you know, just go ahead and karate chop in the throat energetically with your success. Smile, because we all love a good smile. And yeah, just keep flexing on them by being you. That is what we have for you today. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to like it, leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel, so you don't miss out daily videos every day at 10:30. If you missed all of our behind the scenes or new moon lives, full moon lives, those are all on Patreon. We have Twerk and Work on Thursday for everybody just wanting to learn tarot. We call it Twerk and Work Tarot Practice, where we work together and we learn tarot. So if you're interested in that, that's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Thursday.
Talk a little bit.
And yeah, I think that's all I have. You have any announcements, Yanni?
Stay tuned for a week from now.
LOL. All right. All right. All right. And hint, a week from now is my birthday, y'all. So make sure I get them birthday cash apps and PayPals. I accept Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, spiritual currency, spiritual banks. But yeah, so until next time, you are truly legendary. I love you, and I will see you.